Hey everybody, so good to be here. This is a special moment, so I reckon that in the next hour or so, we should hit 200,000 subscribers. So a big thank you to everybody that's made this possible. And all the people who've been here since day one as well. So I've got a lot of original gangsters. I started this journey, I made my first video back in October 2020, and that was really for my friends and network to hopefully convince them to buy Bitcoin. As it turns out, my friends didn't buy Bitcoin, but you guys watch my videos. So here we are. It's just a crazy the way things turn out and the way life is. And I just want to say thank you to everybody. Now, while I'm here as well as a couple of things, I'm popping out a chat and I will just jump in and answer your questions. This is my way of giving back. A huge premise as well of this whole channel is giving back to the community, making the world a better place. And in addition, you guys asked me to wear athleisure. So here I am. You're tired of the black shirts. So I got a little casual. And it's getting a little hot too, so I'm just going to wear a t-shirt. So I hope that is okay. And I hope everybody's doing good. So as usual, normally the scary thing is when we do these things, the market's pumping, but right now it just took a huge dip. So let's see if we can be consistent and generate some market go up, number go up type of numbers as well. So yeah, let's just jump in. And in the meantime as well, I'm also going to monitor the actual number of subscribers. We are at 199,920. The average cadence of subscribers added is about 33 subscribers an hour for the last 7.5 months. That gets to $200,000. So I reckon we should be at least 200,000 in the next hour. So I'm yours until then. So if you can as well, I never ask for likes or subscribes, but if you hit the likes, maybe we can get some more people that will come on in. So anyway, let me jump in and answer any questions. And oh, is there an echo? Does anybody else hear an echo? No. So, boom. Hey, from Costa Rica. Narc Daily. You're not alone. Cool. Thoughts on Polkadot. So that's from Noah. That's not the Noah plays the guitar, is it? It's a different Noah. There's a couple of Noahs follow this channel. So I like Polkadot. Let me pull up a couple of things regarding Polkadot. It is one of the ecosystems that I think has a very strong future. Founder is awesome. And it's not going to be an ETH killer, but it has a lot of very positive factors. So when I look at Polkadot itself, currently it's trading about $25. My price target for year end is about $129.79. Very precise target, and at least $550 in the year 2030. I know people say, how do you go out to the year 2030? Well, I do it very conservatively. 2025 is very accurate in all my price models I do year by year. And I take into account things like bull cycles too. So extremely bullish on Polkadot. And it's one of those ones that I think I did this thing called retire on crypto portfolio, where I took $50,000 and dumped it into the market on the 22nd of June and added a little bit. That portfolio is now up $52,000. And the average gain on every crypto since then is 93.95%. So it's been an insane time. But the best performer is Solana at 207%. And then Aave 139. And yeah, Polkadot 135%. So that's the update on Polkadot. So let me see. Can I get a stocks to watch video? Yeah, so great question there. Seize the day. So I am an all-round investor. I follow any horse. I don't care what type of horse it is. If that horse is gold, if I believe gold is going to be bullish, you'll see me investing in it. But I don't invest in gold. Never have, probably never will. But there are, everything moves in cycles in the world. And we in this channel will always be on the right cycle and ahead of things, because the key to making money is to get in early and wait. And that's why I always say certain things like don't chase. So I just started a new, because the retire on crypto portfolio, the 50,000 there was so exciting. I allocated another 50,000 to do a retire on equities. Now I won't move quite as fast as crypto, but I'm starting to add positions and got into the first position yesterday. So I'm going to start making videos on that too. So Naughty Jackal, yeah, Kusama took a little bit of a hit there. I was on the Cryptos R Us DCA on Sunday. And Kusama, I think, was at 274 and 37 cents when I chose it. It just wicked down to 270 bucks. And right now it's at 281, but the whole market just tanked. And this is what the crypto market does. This is why you need to be very careful with things like stop losses. In fact, don't do stop losses because things get wicked out really fast. So if we look at the market today, the BTC, the Bitcoin shorts are covering, which is good news. ICP is sucking, which is normal, but a lot of things got hit. And let's see what's up. AVAX Avalanche, which is also in our retire on crypto portfolio, one of the top 10 holdings, that actually pounced today. So as I've been saying, things just come and they pounce when they're ready to pounce. So let's get back to more questions. Manly, appreciate your valuable insights. Helps me make my own decisions. Exactly. So we don't give investment advice here, but we give you all the tools to make your decisions. And I share all my trades on things like Patreon and stuff as well. And I build portfolios and teach how to build portfolios and time the market and all the rules that I've learned in my life. You know, things like patience and discipline and research. And this is, remember, this is a game that you have to play all in because if you're half in, you will get toasted by the pros out there. So remember that. Dirk Jacobs, Belgium. Hello, James. Thought about Cartesi, please. I don't look at Cartesi, I'm afraid. I've been asked that a few times. We had a brief look from the outside and it wasn't good. Gustavo, how are you? Oi, tá bom? I also speak a little bit of Portuguese. So, ergo. Ergo is, hold on a second. Let me have a look at ergo because you are from Portugal. Ergo. I don't think it's something that's in my actual list. And again, just as a reminder for everybody, I tend not to focus outside the top 100, and that's number 140. And it's been quite volatile up and down. But again, those things are just too risky for my blood. I'd rather get into the sure things. John Connor, XRP. I'm not going to talk about XRP because if ever I tell the truth, it makes me unpopular. So I will leave that. Thank you, KH, for moderating today. So do you think it's better to buy a cent of Bitcoin every month or buy $400? I'm not sure what you mean by a cent of Bitcoin every month, like 1%. But it's always better with any type of investment. If it's something that's going to go up over the long term, get in early and get in fast. That's really the secret. Giordano, good evening from Italy. We have people from Brazil and Italy and Poland, and it's really exciting. I love that. Sadly, I promised I'd do this for 200,000. So a lot of the people in places like Singapore and Malaysia, South Korea, China, they're all asleep. At least I hope they're all asleep. So we don't have those groups. But we have Europe, and we have South America and North America. Good evening from Italy. Could you please break down your portfolio composition in percentages? It would be great. Thanks, and go on. So I believe everybody's portfolio should be 3 big buckets. You got your real estate, then you have your kind of conservative assets, 1/3, and then 1/3 kind of risky speculative plays. And within that 1/3 of risky speculative plays, you have super speculative plays. And I tend to play some extremely risky option positions. And sometimes I speculate on cryptos as well. So that's kind of the way my world works. So no matter what happens, if I lose everything in my 1/3 that's risky, I still have my safe bets and my real estate to fall back on. So that's kind of how I work. And I share as well all my breakdowns of my equity portfolios and my holdings. I'm into big names like Tesla, Google, MicroStrategy, etc. A lot of Bitcoin proxies. And my crypto is heavy Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, Aave, things like that. Bora Bora, Bodhi. Yeah, I'm glad you picked up on that. And you know why I said we're streaming from Bora Bora. Because we're all going to go there one day and celebrate. The original Patreon crew is going to all meet in Bora Bora when Bitcoin hits a certain threshold. So, let me see. So this is from OK Kush. Dear James, is it better to buy a first home with an FHA loan or use a down payment to buy Bitcoin? Thank you. So I always recommend the more you can borrow, the better. and borrow at least a 7 or 10-year fixed rate, because you can get a nice mortgage now for 10 years at 2.5-3%. And in some cases, you only have to put 10% down. So if you're buying $1 million house, you can borrow $900,000 with just $10,000 down, and that house will appreciate for 15% at least, provided it's in a good area, for the next 3 to 5 years because of money printing. So you're going to make a lot of money from the capital appreciation of your house, and the money you save in spending $1 million on a house in cash, you can invest in things like Bitcoin. So that's the way I look at things. Not financial advice, but if you imagine borrowing at 2.5% and the currency is debasing over the next 10 years at 15% per year, you only have to pay back $500,000 in real purchasing power of money. So let me see. Big congratulations, Dr. Mo. Successful channel. Well, it's all because of you guys. Why Charles Hoskinson is always dismissing Bitcoin, it makes me upset, especially because I'm an ADA holder, but majority Bitcoin. So you'll notice a lot of people that have their pockets lined with what they have, whether it's, I won't mention his name, RH with Hex or Charles with Cardano. They don't want people to invest in Bitcoin. They want people to invest in their toys. They want to shill their own bags, as they say. And that's probably why he does it. So, and sometimes Charles says some weird things. I like sometimes what he says about helping others and helping people in Africa and stuff. But sometimes when he's critical of Ethereum, when he's critical of Bitcoin, it just doesn't make sense. So, Flying Albatross, what's the highest you think Solana could ever get? So I have price predictions of Solana. Let me check. I built 4 price prediction models for Solana because I've been fascinated by it since April. So I'm like a Solana fanboy. And my conservative price prediction for Solana for the end of this bull cycle is $209. But I also have a price prediction going to $250 and another one for $750. Super bullish scenario. And that's if the bull market goes completely bonkers and Ethereum goes bonkers. It'll drag the value of Solana up with it. But 209 is my very conservative one. In fact, of my other models, I built my bear case scenario for Solana in this bull market. It's in my video if you look at Should I Buy Solana? And I was reviewing my price prediction numbers. My very first model price prediction for the end of the bull market bear case was $70. And we blitzed through that yesterday. So I was very conservative, very happy to say that my bear case price prediction for Solana was $70. And we blew through it, and we're not even halfway through this bull run. So, and again, I sandbag stuff when I do price predictions. I am very, very conservative because I'd hate for somebody to say, oh, you said it was going to go to 1,000 and only went to 800. So I'd rather err on the side of caution and make things very, very safe and conservative. So thank you for that question. Let's check actually on where we are. And any thumbs up or likes would be great on this video. We are at 199,938. So things are great. 941. It's blowing up. So big thank you. I never asked for subscriptions, but here I am. This is special. And I promised you guys an hour. So let me see. Hello from Brazil. We have so many people from Brazil and Argentina. Love you guys. And I spent a lot of time in Sao Paulo and Buenos Aires. And I found, believe it or not, the best vegan food ever in Buenos Aires. And a big thank you to my friend Guillermo down there. So, comments on the T-Mobile hack from Charles Kincannon. Deeply, deeply disturbing. So, on the dark web now, you can buy data on 100 million people who are T-Mobile customers for, I think it's 4 or 6 Bitcoin, about $250,000. So, all your data is freely available. Now, the thing is, everything is very, very unsafe. This is very unsafe. Cell phone. I don't answer my phone. I don't read text message or anything else. So be very careful out there. But make sure you call your carrier. Make sure you change your PIN. Make sure you say, lock down your SIM card, because what they can do is, remember, everybody who reads your email, they know a lot about you already. They know maybe from that you have, say, a Coinbase account. Now they have your cell phone details. They can call up T-Mobile. They can socially engineer you and do a SIM card swap and use that to 2FA authenticate and get into your account. It sounds very convoluted and complicated, but this happens every single day for thousands of customers. So be very careful and make sure as well you only white label your crypto account. So crypto can only be sent to your white label addresses and nowhere else. And check my video on the top 20 ways to lock your stuff down, because that's critical. Even if you do 15 of those 20 steps, you're safe, you're rock solid, you're Fort Knox. So everybody, please do that. There was talk, one Patreon member this morning sent me a message saying his friend just lost everything in his account. Everything he had, with the exception of the crypto he had staked. And he was afraid that he was going to lose that too. So he worked on a way of saving that. So Theta is awesome. Yes, Manikantan. Yes, it is. Theta is pretty good. We haven't gotten into a position yet. We're still looking. But I'm looking for a little bit of dip. Annika from Sweden. Hey, how are you? You're so good, because sometimes you stay up till 1 o'clock at night watching me. So thank you for that. And it's good to be here for the Europeans. Exactly, nights. That's exactly what you do. You call your cell phone carrier. You say, never, ever, ever change your SIM, and never, ever, ever let anybody social engineer. So some of the carriers will let you do that. But again, it's a sign of the times. Remember, anybody that owns crypto, you're a target, and people are being fooled. I'll tell you a very interesting and scary story. And this is almost unbelievable. But again, somebody we know went on a fake dating website, met a fake boyfriend who convinced her to go to a fake exchange and turn over a lot of money, nearly $500,000. This is how sophisticated the scammers are. Don't trust anybody. Don't give anybody anything. For me, for example, in social, I don't follow anybody. If anybody follows you and they're social, like a fake InvestAnswers account, or somebody selling fake merchandise online, it's all fake. I don't do that. So just be careful out there, everybody. And if you stay part of this community, you'll be protected. And the most important thing is not only to learn how to make money, but what's more important than is learn how to protect it. Because if you can spend your life working, 50 years working to save $1 million, and you put it into a Coinbase account, and it can be wiped in a minute. So be careful, everybody. John Van, your thoughts on chili? I like chili. I bought chilies, and I think it has a good future. It's purely speculative, though. I plan to get out at like $1. If it goes that high, 80 cents to $1, I plan to get out. I'm in at 25 cents. ADA over Matic? I would pick Matic. That's a good question. Let me see. I can't remember who answered that. Thoughts on Polygon? I think Polygon is still very much required. Remember, it's a level 2 scaling solution for Ethereum. And Ethereum is growing so fast and getting so busy, it still needs to scale. So EIP 1559 wasn't his problem to really solve scalability. That's going to happen with sharding and ETH 2.0. But we'll see. Egghead Shelley, hey from Canada. What price target are you buying more Sol? So if Sol gets down to $51, I'm backing up the truck. I am buying as much as I can. That's what I'm doing, and I hope everybody doesn't buy at the same price, because then I won't be able to buy at the same price. So we are at $66 right now. We dipped down to 58, so we're like $6-7. I may also buy a little bit at $55 as well. So that's where I'm adding more Sol, and it's beautiful because I love this weakness and volatility. This is when you make the money, because you know, Solana's going back to 75. So buying at 55 is a good deal. And it's going to go a lot higher than that too, I believe. So let me see. Any favorite books, James? Yeah, a ton. Mostly geeky, nerdy math books, investment books, option trading books, real estate investing books. I have my top 3 I shared. What I'll do is I'll do a post on Patreon community with my top 3 books. But one of them is about 1,500 pages long, and it's all about derivatives trading, but that's what I love. Big thanks from Greece. Mobro, yes, and Daxi, as they say in Greece. And when I was a kid, I spent a lot of time sailing in Greece, and I loved it. Beautiful, beautiful place. My dream one day is to go back there and sail around the islands. After Bora Bora, of course. What do you make of synthetics? Synthetics looks really good being in motion. We haven't done a deep dive yet, but we'll see. Tigran. So I was vegetarian between 1990 and approximately 96, and I stopped because I moved to the US, and Then I started again after I saw my health deteriorate from too much work. And I used to literally sit at a desk and drink 2 liters of Mountain Dew, which is a very highly caffeinated beverage, and eat a very unhealthy diet of fig Newtons. And then I revised my ways and I bought a Vitamix and started blending vegetables. So here I am. Alex Smykel. Hey, from UK, great vids. We've got all the British here tonight. This is my first bull run. Should I keep top coins like DeFi, cross-chain, AI, etc., or should I sell all my coins and buy back in 2023? I think we don't know where this is going to go, but I think the bull market won't end until sometime in 2022. And when it does, it might be fragmented like the way the crypto market is running right now. So some things are running very fast, some things are running very slow, and everything is disjointed. Now, if you have things like DEXs and there's no big, heavy regulatory scrutiny, I think they could continue to run. And Ethereum, with the adoption of all things blockchain and the use cases they're doing now for things like piracy that I covered yesterday on Ethereum, I mean, Ethereum could just continue. It can continue to $8,000, $9,000, $10,000, all the way to $20,000, all the way up to Raoul Pal's $40,000 prediction. I think it's going to be very interesting. But if I told you what it's going to do and what you should sell out of right now, I would be misleading you. I think there will be some things, though, that do not have intrinsic value. And I spend a huge percentage of my time. I spend probably 80% of my time looking at the top stocks and top cryptos and really appraising them for their intrinsic value. And that gives me confidence to invest. And that's what I share with you guys. So, Cedric, vielen Dank. Hey James, how good is Matic versus Sol? So I prefer Sol every day of the week. Matic is kind of a layer 2 solution. Sol is everything. Layer 1. So Narc Daily, your channel's like a can of Pringles. That's what I always say. Bitcoin's like a can of Pringles. You pop it once and you can't stop eating them. So everybody keep stacking those sats. And I'm so pleased to see all the on-chain data on how people with less than 10 Bitcoins are ice hockeying. They're really growing really fast. So everybody keep that up because, just pick up a newspaper. Look at the macro environment behind us. It is terrifying. Now let's go and check on exactly what's going on today. Nobody's asking about Avalanche. Everybody was asking about audio. Audio is like the other theta. And wow, Solana bounced back real fast. Oh my goodness. That is crazy. Just looking at that, we had a bounce from 58 right back up to 67 in minutes. That was so annoying. I have a limit order in Coinbase that's $3 away from 58. Ooh, just missed. But you can't win them all. And remember that was the lesson from yesterday's video with Mike Novogratz. You can't be on all the horses. Just get 10 of the best ones. And that's it. What do you think of Bancor? Uniswap forked Bancor. It is the original AMM DEX. I own Uniswap, and that's my favorite because it has the most TVL, leader, most brand recognition. But I didn't dig too much into the history of Bancor, I'm afraid. But basically, you go with where the network effect is in everything, any investment. That's where you make the money. And that's why when people dabble outside the top 300 cryptos, there's not really any network effect. Good. Matt Wood. Good price to get into Aave. Finally able to watch live. Thank you for coming in live, Matt. Aave, let's look at the right chart. Aave is my 4th largest crypto holding. I absolutely love it. I am a little bit afraid. Oh my God. So I'm looking at a Coinbase chart now. I don't know if it's fake or real, but it looks like Aave went all the way down to 325. And bounced all the way back up to 400. So this is why, a little warning to everybody. If that was true, this is why you always need to set your traps and have your limit orders ready. Because then you could have scored Aave at 325 today. And that's a screaming deal. I think Aave, anything under 380 is a good buy. And just look at that volatility. That's beautiful. I didn't have any Aave limits open. I do have Sol limits open, and I have Ethereum limits open down at 3,000. Let's see what ETH is doing, because you can never get enough ETH. Wow, may have filled actually. Oh no! ETH went to 3,015. Again, I missed another one by $12, $13. That is crazy. Pimlico Man from the UK. All the Brits are alive today. My conservative Sol prediction, again, 220 bucks, 250 on a good day. That's conservative, but it could also very easily go to 750 bucks. If somebody asks me, can you justify Solana at $750? I can, with confidence. So, exit strategy. Juan says, yes, we are building all of these really cool bespoke models for all the top cryptos we watch, which are the top 16. For all of you who don't know, give the names: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, Aave, Solana, Uniswap, Polkadot, Cardano, Polygon, Algorand, Avalanche, Engine, Solana. If I didn't mention it already, I'll mention it again. And I got into Chili's recently as well. So they are kind of the top names we watch. We're building exit models for each one. And it'll be a little short video for everybody to help you plan. And we're going to tie in your risk profile, your motivation, your cost basis, and how we believe, based on my price predictions and TA, where the Fibonacci levels will be for exits. So it's going to be really cool. I'm very excited because I did promise you for months I would share this. I'm not sharing it yet because it's too early to exit. And so many people that within Patreon got into Solana at $20 and they made 100% in a couple of weeks, and they were like, yes, can I exit now? And like, no, you don't sell winners. Can you imagine buying Tesla at $38 and selling it at 70? And it goes to 850? No, keep the winners, always keep the winners. That's the big rule today, everybody. So Juan, stay tuned. You will see my exit strategy movies, and you'll be able to really use them effectively. We are 19 people away from 200,000. Woohoo! BitBoy says peak will be in October, November. Cryptolicious. Good luck. I'd like to see a science behind that. Yeah. So I'm not going to say anything, but yeah, we're going into early 2020, Q1 2020. Galaxy seems to be dropping more than Bitcoin and ETH. Any thoughts? Dave Arya, Galaxy got hit. They had really bad earnings. And the analysts on Wall Street don't understand how Galaxy is valued. They don't understand that it has 7 companies in it, probably worth $1 billion plus. And they're also concerned with regulatory risk. So I'm not concerned. Also, Galaxy has made big investments in mining, and they're going to make a killing there as well. So lots of goodness there. I like Galaxy under $16. So hopefully, actually, let's check on Galaxy right now. I was looking at it earlier today, but I think the market fell a bit. But Galaxy is a great keeper. Oh, it is under 16. It's in the kill zone, everybody. And actually, if you look at the Bollinger Bands, it has just fallen out, which means it's 2 sigmas outside its normal pattern. And that's rare that it happens with that. So good choice. Not financial advice. Victor Kolev, Caligula 71, the man, the legend. Yes, thank you, Victor, for saying that. Caligula is the man. Emma Philo from France. What do you think of Swissborg? Shades of Yoga. Swissborg is great. It's supposed to be up there with Nexo and Celsius, and a great exchange too. James, hello from Serbia. What do you think about ADA right now? It holds $2 position, but institutional buyers have not yet started buying. Is it okay to buy for this price? I would not. Don't want to get any hate from the Cardano army, but let's look at the actual real-time chart. I hold Cardano myself. I'm in at $1. Now it's at $2. It's going to $3 or $3.50, and then I'm out. So if you're looking at a crypto where you get a 50% return, you're going to get it with Cardano. So it is going to $3, maybe $3.50. Some people say it's going to $10. I don't agree with them. I think there's better values out there than that. And we have yet to see as well exactly how good Alonzo Purple is and their smart contract platform. I spent a lot of time on GitHub reading from the developers, and they are not happy. You got to look at a platform. One of the things that bothers me and has me a little bit concerned, other than Charles, is the fact that if a smart contract platform is difficult for people to use and adopt, it'll never be adopted. And the stuff I read on GitHub over the last couple of months has alerted me to being a little bit concerned. Not as easy to use as anything else. So, good question. Bombiggy and Jeeves, Beardy Day Crypto. Hey guys, it's always the same crowd. What are your thoughts on Anchor? We like it, but I didn't get into it because it ran before I could. So I don't chase. But Anchor is a good name, Ron W. Hi James, which stock to buy as a first stock? If you've never bought a stock, Mads. I love that name. One of my favorite actors is also called Mads. And he's also probably from your neck of the woods. I think the safest long-term stock for the future would be something like a Tesla or Google. They're really, really safe. They're going to be dominant players over the next 5 to 10 years. So they're really nice areas to put your money. But there's weakness ahead in the stock market. I've been talking about it for months. It's happening in August like clockwork. I think August and September could be very bumpy. We have Afghanistan, we have Delta, we have tapering of the money printing, we have potentially increasing interest rates, a whole bunch of hate out there. We've got interrupted supply chains. It's a perfect cloud of crap coming down on us. So I'm 23% cash for a reason. So that's what I'd say. But hold off on buying stocks and be patient and wait. Be that hunter. Jill A, would you recommend to sell Ethereum for Sol? I think Sol will run faster. I have a lot of Ethereum, but the cost basis is very low. It's like $200. So it's difficult for me to sell. It doesn't cost me anything to keep. And I just layering into, I'm even buying Ethereum at 3,000, believe it or not, because I believe it is the second safest bet after Bitcoin. But Sol, I'm also buying into on dips, and Aave as well, and Chainlink if it gets down at $20. So that's kind of maybe a little Polkadot too. Hey James, is it advisable to continue to DCA into Bitcoin? And something happened with my thing. I don't remember who said that, but yes, if Bitcoin drops down to 42,000, I'm a buyer at 42,000. So, and my cost basis is in 4 digits. So that's how confident I am in Bitcoin. But I know I'm not going to get 10x, 20x returns, but I'm happy with 2.5 because it's a sure thing. Which coin, this is from Doth4580, which coin could be good to hold for a year other than Bitcoin, Matic, ADA, Solana? Well, I wouldn't hold Cardano for a year unless they really blow us away with their platform. I have to see it first. I got to feel and touch stuff before I go all the way in. I think Ethereum and Bitcoin and maybe Solana will be ones that you'll hold long term. Maybe some of the plays around NFT like Engine Coin into Engine like $1. Now it's $1.60 or something now. These are names that could be really, really good. Quentin, hey James from the UK, we are full of Europeans and English today. If you're less than a half coiner, should you stack BTC in priority until half coiner, whole coiner other than ETH, or buy some Sol during these times? I think the safest thing to do, it's a hard question because I try to urge people to just making that whole coin your goal. And everyone needs a goal in life, whether it is to get a PhD or run a 10K in under 36 minutes, or whatever the case may be. Everybody needs a goal. But if you can't get to that half coiner, you shouldn't have all your eggs in the Bitcoin basket because some of the other cryptos will run really fast. So what I do, I'm approximately, say, 60% Bitcoin, 35% Ethereum, 5% alts. Heavy in Solana, heavy in Aave, heavy in Uniswap, heavy in Polkadot, Chainlink. That's kind of the way I play. And then I have Chiliz and Engine Coin and Cardano as kind of speculative plays, but they're kind of my core positions. But again, with the regulatory risk, I'm very happy of the structure of my portfolio right now. So thank you for that question. T-Lock guys, don't cash in too early, guys. Wait for the fruit to ripe. I like that. I hope I can use that. I hope that's not patented. Fearson007, thoughts on CRISPR long term? I love CRISPR in gene editing. There's a CRISPR competitor that's coming up fast. This whole gene editing business is really going to come to the fore in 2022 and 2023. So I'm starting to stack up a very good position in Crispr as we go forward. Crispr is, of course, the leader in the space, the first to market, but there are competitors that are coming out, and it is absolutely mind-blowing technology. Now let's look at the Crispr chart. Crispr anywhere under 120, between 100 and 120, I think it's a good place to start accumulating a position, because this thing is a $200 stock next year. Pretty convinced. So, Philip Dickens, stop spreading Cardano FUD. It's not professional. I'm not spreading FUD, Philip Dickens. All right? You can make 4,000% on Solana, or you can double your money on Cardano triple from the beginning of the year. It's just about being on the faster horse. And I know people love Cardano, and I know people love XRP. But I think, you could have bought Cardano at $1 back at the beginning of the year, which I did. I bought it. Cardano was my third or fourth crypto. What would have happened till now? I would have doubled my money. Instead, I made a lot more on other names. Christmas Day, buy Ethereum at $600. Now it's over 3,000. So again, do as you will. That's why I don't like talking about Cardano anymore, or XRP. And I own Cardano, but people get so emotional. All I'm saying is read, go to GitHub, spend the time, research. Why Solana? Solana's the fastest, best, easiest to use, fastest growing, best partnerships, best backers platform. Check out my video on Solana. Let me see. Should we sell alts if market's going to tank? Yeah, I think first thing you should do if you are in alt positions, take your money off the table. Guitar player, no. Mads Mikkelsen bought Litecoin though. Yeah, I don't follow Litecoin. Let me see. Langley, James, you legend. Any tips on reducing withdrawing fees when moving off exchanges? If DCAing small amounts, would you leave it on exchanges until it's worth? Yeah, definitely. So certain exchanges, I won't mention which ones, but I was flabbergasted about how high their withdrawal fees are. So be very, very, very careful there. And yeah, I have no problem keeping $100,000, $200,000 on an exchange, but just make sure you lock down your exchange and make sure you work with the best exchanges too. I was with Binance and I moved off of them because I was concerned about some regulatory risk. Chris, what sort of real estate do you advise for someone in their early 20s with some cash on hand? Very nice. Well, if you can, people always say, oh, buy a condo. It's quick and easy and cheap. But capital appreciation for condos isn't as good as houses. If you can get a small 2-bedroom single family house with a little yard, the smallest house on a street in a very good neighborhood, that's what I try and advise. And make sure your credit is solid, so when you do go to a bank and you do get financing, they approve you. Very, very important. Probably the best thing I ever did was build a solid private banking relationship. And once you do that, then you have a bank that really, truly works for you. But if I walk into a Wells Fargo or a Citibank or anything, it's like, no matter what I have, they think I'm a nobody. But when you build that long-term relationship with a bank, it's very important for the future. Celsius coin prediction 2025. I did that. Hold on a second. I can pull it up. And hold on a second. Somehow it logged me out of my file management system. Core prediction for Celsius. First of all, Celsius isn't... 2025, $14.90. That's my prediction on that. Remember, the real benefit of Celsius, and it could go a lot higher, but they have a lot of tokens that will maybe potentially hit the market. But the key there is you get so much utility from that coin if you're borrowing or lending, and that's the power of Celsius. So, Rapa, thanks for that question. Question is from somebody, would I buy Cardano right now? No. I'd buy Cardano at $1. So I know a lot of people say it's going to go crazy, but I prefer to be in other things. Hello, James from Switzerland, from Bruno. Can this deep be made by banks to shake and buy crypto weaker hands? Can this dip? Yes, it can. And there's a lot of manipulation. I'm just looking at the charts right now for crypto. like the wicks have just been incredible. The wicks down and the wicks up. And that's probably a large part of manipulation. So everybody just be careful, but use those wicks to your advantage because they're beautiful. To be able to just wait with your limit orders, grab that crypto cheap when it wicks down. When the market manipulators try to shake the weak hands free, you be there to take advantage. And that's what I've been doing for a long time, which is awesome. So great question, Bruno. Val Morrison, long-time listener, first-time asker. Welcome in. Can you speak on potential for growth at Filecoin, please? So the whole Filecoin space, blockchain storage, is hyper-competitive, crowded. I don't think there's a lot of money to be made there at all, to be honest. It's like privacy coins. I don't think it's the best place to go in. So Jeeves, Crypto Chica, you saw that intensity in his eyes? Sorry. I shouldn't get excited. I'm maybe a little bit tired. It's been a busy day with everything that's happening. From Brajanito Mez. Hello, James. What do you think about the metaverse and DeFi pulse hodling for 5 years? I think the metaverse is going to be huge. Everybody does right now. It is kind of the future, especially with the C19 situation. Everybody's kind of locked down. Everybody's looking for alternatives. So I think it's going to come into its own. It's already happening. So yes, I'm trying to actually identify the key players for this area. It's a very fickle place to invest in, but I think it's a very, very important area for the future. Polkadot prediction 2021. Well, why don't I pull up my model? Hang on a second. Polkadot. I have all these models on my fingertips, which is great. So the averages of all my price predictions, I think I have my Polkadot conservative is basically $94, and my bull case scenario up to 165. And if it really goes crazy and starts eating a lot of market share from Ethereum, it could go to $193. That's Polkadot. Yeah, ICP, I don't like. I don't like so many things about it, but I won't talk about what I don't like or why I don't, because then I just get hate, and life is too short to get hate. I'm going to talk about the stuff that I like and not the stuff that I don't invest in. Harmony versus Zilliqa. I prefer Zilliqa, Crypto Chica. Great question. I have a small Zilliqa bag I bought $500 worth in a very convoluted process using MetaMask and all sorts of stuff, but I don't own Harmony One because the tokenomics are bad, but I own Zilliqa. That's an easy question. I like those easy ones. What are your thoughts on providing liquidity to Solana, DEXs like Serum and Radium? So I haven't looked around the periphery of the ecosystem from an investment perspective, but I've heard very good things about Serum. Haven't looked into Radium yet. So thank you for the question, Gustavo. Good question too. Seize the day. How to buy property using crypto gains without selling and using multiple exchanges. So if you're in places like California, you can borrow against your Bitcoin at 0% right now, which is amazing. So you got a choice of 25% of your collateral to 33% or 50%. I would never recommend borrowing 50% against your collateral in case there was a huge wick down and you get liquidated. Especially when you own things like real estate, you need to have solid security. But you can definitely find a way of getting a down payment from your crypto, put it down, and then borrow the rest from a bank. But just make sure you keep making your payments and keep your credit tight. So let's check on the counter right now. Oh, we're already 200,018 subscribers. So yay, we did it, everybody. Thank you for that. And thank you all for all the likes and all the support. And I loved working with you every day. And I promised you a full hour, so we're going to keep on going. Let me see. Teddy Zacchini, longtime listener and follower. I know it's not your 100 coins, but a quick DeFi coin, DeFi chain created by Julian Haas. A lot of people have asked me about DeFi chain. You're like the fifth person, so we're going to have a look. So what I do first is we put the quant numbers into our model, which we call the crypto compendium, and then we rank it, and then that determines if it qualifies to do a deep dive. So what we've noticed is very quickly using that model, it takes about 10 minutes to mine the data, 10-15 minutes to mine the data to populate the model. Then the model spits out a yes or no, and 67 to 68% of cryptos are disqualified out of the gate from the model. So saves me a lot of time, and the team a lot of time too. So big thank you as well. Watson and I worked all last week on that and the week before, so it's awesome. Okay, let's catch up on where we are. What are your thoughts on Polygon from D310? I like Polygon. I own Polygon. I think it has a lot of future beyond scaling Ethereum. And they're building out a lot of use cases. Really smart team, really smart guys. What is your end of year prediction in Chainlink? And would you buy in now? I got in around $15, debating whether I'm buying more. Yvette Garcia, thank you. We have a lady. Many ladies now. We're trying to... my channel's about 14% female, and it's like 86% male. But let me pull up my Chainlink models right now real quick, because I want to make sure I get all the exact numbers and don't mess anything up. Because here we are. And let me pull this up for you. So, right now, my average range, my average prediction for year end for Chainlink is about $51, 2025, 110, 2030, 189. Again, it's a solid play because of the fact that they are the key oracle. So I like Chainlink at the low 20s, if at all possible. Let's look at the chart and see. And Solana's up 4%, believe it or not. Let's look at Chainlink, find out where they are. They've been a little bit lagging for the last little while. It's $26 and change. I wouldn't buy at 26, but I would like it kind of 22, 23, maybe 24, but not at this price. And again, easily going to $50 plus in this bull market. Let me see. Jaeyoung Cho. We have a Korean. Is South Korea awake? I hope so. And if it is, they're up early. There's a Reddit post on ETH hitting 150k in 2023. There's a whole bunch of posts that are ultra bullish on Ethereum. And I looked at that briefly. There's also an analyst who's former ARK Invest that says Ethereum, I think, is going to $80,000 this year. So this crazy bullish stuff. I think I am actually, my prediction for Ethereum for this bull run is about $8,900. So we're more than a third of the way there. And you know how fast it can move. I think when the burn comes into place in December, the triple halving as they call it. Right now we're at a 36% burn. And I can't remember, I think $1/5 billion have already been burnt in Ethereum in a little under 2 weeks. So it's crazy. But once that happens, and once they start solving their scalability problems with sharding, the sky is the limit. So I wouldn't surprise me if we saw a $10,000 Ethereum this bull market at all. So, DF, do you think Tesla will accept Bitcoin again in the future? They will, certainly will. They just need it to stabilize a little bit. They're also going through a little bit of stuff. They're working very hard on FSD version 10. They have a lot of work to do there. I have FSD in my X, and sometimes it works perfectly. Sometimes it's got bugs, you know. So they still have some work to do. Coinbase is malfunctioning. Can I buy or sell all day? That makes me want to check. Universe 29. Let me see if I can get in right now. I don't want to do it on this phone because I'm talking right now, but I will see on my phone. And see if I can trade. Maybe do a live trade. God, I wish I could have got Aave at that low price. Yep, it's working. No problem at all. So try doing it on your phone, Universal 29. Coinbase is working on my phone. I've got Coinbase Pro, by the way. Daryl, Canada, Iceland calling. Can you talk about Ravencoin, please? Yes, looked at the... I threw Ravencoin into the model, and it came out bad. So apologies for that. And we just had some problems that mean it didn't qualify for a deep dive. A lot of people love it. Now, even though the model doesn't qualify for a deep dive, it doesn't mean it's not going to skyrocket like everything else in this market right now. So we'll see. But good. We have a couple of people in Iceland too. Something about crypto and Scandinavians. Iceland, Norway, Sweden, Denmark. We have very few people in Finland, but the rest of the northern hemisphere places do very well. So let me see. Have you looked into HBAR from Michael Jensen? Yes, did a very deep dive into HBAR, and I hate it. And I got the worst amount of hate ever. I had people crawling out of the woodwork to tell me to take that video down. I had people urging me to take the CEO onto my channel to interview. I have never received so much hate and pressure over a video in my life. So yeah, there's nothing I like about HBAR. Apart from the technology is okay, but the rest is just, no. Be careful there. 16-ounce canvas. Thoughts on Moderna? I'm not going to talk about vaccines and my thoughts on that because that's also controversial. So I'm going to avoid that topic. But apparently, the stock is in a position now to make $20 a shot. And they're saying that people need booster shots every 3 months. And they have a whole bunch of other drugs. So looks good for the stock. Solana price 311221. I don't know what that number means. Zen Old. Hey James, what are your thoughts on Kusama? Where do you see the price going? 21, 25. So I've been looking at Kusama from the outside. It came out of the model really well. And we're looking to do a deep dive. And in fact, on Cryptos R Us with DCA on our show with Rob and George on Sunday, we had a round table picking a coin that would improve over the next week. And I picked Kusama. And right now it's $4 above where I picked it at, but it went up to 340 and I picked it at like 272. So I kind of like it at that price, but it's one of those weird coins that's sometimes hard for people to access. So we'll see. Let me see. So Theo, if Sol is a better investment than Cardano, why is it a lower value? This is exactly my thesis. So the market cap up until last week was less than a fifth of that of Cardano. But Solana's doing real life multi-billion-dollar use cases all the time. And it's got more backers. It's got institutional following. Institutional investors aren't investing in Cardano for some strange reason. They don't like it. Or maybe they don't trust Charles. I'm not too sure. But that's one of the things. If you look at the money and the grade of the institutional investors behind Solana, it's mind-blowing. So follow the smart money. Another very good rule of life, everybody. A fulfilled life. Very nice. Let me see what's going on. Augustus Gloop, Bombiggy, and Jeeves are my friends. Oh, Beardy Day Crypto. That's cool. They're all cool guys. So Bombiggy as well and Jeeves have been super, super generous as well to the animals. I have, of course, all monetization, all super chats, everything turned off. But when there are super chats, we donate everything. And those guys have been super generous. Sold all my ETH from Sol. The upside is too huge. Avant-garde Films. Brave move. I agree. So I'm plowing any dips I tend to buy. So we'll see. James, look at ETH. Is it tanking? I gotta try entertain you guys. And yeah, let me see. 5 day. Everything. Oh yeah. Wow. It is. ETH is $20 away from my limit order. So if it fills, I'll know and I'll notify you guys right here. It missed it twice. It just keeps on missing it. So, greetings from the UK. Outside the top 100, if you can check out Fibo, a DEX that can swap tokens easily between chains, potential game changer. I like cross-chain platforms and protocols, so I will check that out. Deep Balboa. Very cool. I used to live very close to Balboa Park in San Francisco. Guitar player Noah. I took some profits and donated to a no-kill shelter. Wonderful. Lost our home in Tempe, Arizona. I hope you didn't lose your home physically, or hope it was something covered by insurance or whatever. Anyway, hope everything's okay, guitar player. Thank you for your support. ES, hold a big position. Should I sell? We looked at it. We felt not that it was bad, but there were better places to put money. So even if you see here, there's people that get rid of ETH, which everybody knows is going to 10,000, and they're putting it on Sol. So it gives you an idea. Nano from Sammy Walken. I'm going to give you a recap on where we are with Nano right now, because we did look at Nano. I'm going to put it through the model and give you an update. and see. We didn't put it in the model. Sorry about that. It's not in there. Next deep dive. Hey Joe 90. It'll be Kusama or Theta. Probably Theta. So what's the cutoff price to buy into Solana? $51, $55. Thereabouts is where I like it. If you don't have any, even go up to 60. Let me see. Voyager FTX are used by James. Yeah, I use 8 different exchanges for many different reasons, but I'm mostly active on FTX and Coinbase Pro and dabble in a few others as well. But be very careful. And I'm confident because my things are locked down. Flying Inferno, you don't deserve any hate. Yeah, it's weird. And again, I talked about Mike Novogratz yesterday, who was an honor, the super gentlemanly guy. He reviewed my deck before I did my Galaxy review, where I was very bullish. Amazing the prices. I got into Galaxy at $15 and it's like at 16 now. But Mike Novogratz said it very well. And he said something that maybe not have been too favorable against one crypto, which I won't even mention the name of, but he was surprised how much hate he got. And the tribes, the armies that like their coins are extremely tribalistic. So I've given up saying why I don't like certain stuff. I'll just move on to the next. I'll say why I like something else instead. So it's very, very important to do that. Bitcoin, ETH, and Sol, possible entry prices. Bitcoin, 42K and under. ETH, 3K and under. Sol, $51 to $55. Giordano, Piol. Remember, these are all very risky things. But right now, I think we're on the verge of good strength. Now, what we're also on the verge of is a big stock market wipeout. I have a theory that maybe crypto will be a flight to safety, because the stock market was hitting all-time highs and the crypto market lost 50%. So that disjoint has me excited, because I believe we could move now, as when investors are leaving risk-on stocks, like high-flying tech stocks, like Facebook and stuff, they might move into Bitcoin for safety. And that day is coming. We just don't know when. Bitcoin is also the perfect hedge against inflation. So all roads lead to Bitcoin, as they always say. Please consider Ironwood Pig Sanctuary for animal donations. Peter Mazensky, we will, because pigs are the most intelligent animals. Shannon Pereira, that's a funny question. I'm not going to go there. OMG Network, more OMG. Let me check. I'll see if it's in the model. I have a funny feeling it's not. No, it's not. So I can't answer that. Buying price of Theta, please. I like Theta. I was actually hoping for a dip to get into a position, because I have a concept that if I analyze a crypto, I have to put some skin in the game. So I'm waiting for about 650 to get into Theta. And we dipped to $6.90 today. So I'm 40 cents away from my entry price. And I have my limit order set. Remember, always have your finger on the trigger. Always have your limit order sets. And just catch everything that falls into your web. Very simple little thing. You guys are funny. Let me see. Catch up on what's going on now. Let me see. Wow, questions are still flying in. You guys are insane. Let me check one thing. And while this is all happening, we have tons of new subscribers as well. So this is awesome. Thank you all for the new people who are subscribing. This is fantastic. And this channel is all about giving back and helping people achieve financial freedom. So if that's what you want, I don't sell anything. I don't shill anything. Nobody can buy me. I'm very unbiased. End of year VeChain price from Nitin Samuel, 33 cents. I know people hate when I say that because it's so low. They expect it to go to $10, but no, my goal is 33 cents. And I own a VeChain bag. My altcoins together can make me a whole coiner today. Should I do it? No limit custom creations. Hold on tight. run up a little bit into this bull market and then swap over maybe, because as long as you're in quality names, but don't hold a bunch of risky stuff. Et al. Any link to animal donations? No, we don't want to get in the way of funneling money. We do a lot of due diligence on where we donate money to make sure it goes straight to a good cause and it doesn't line the pockets of some scam. So we spend a huge amount of time finding the good places. Entry for Luna. Luna's already exploded, so I wouldn't even think about catching that one. It was funny watching Luna and Solana going at the same time. Again, you can't catch them all. So we'll see. Let me see. Is Nanox a scam? I don't know. Never even heard of Nanox. And hodl Doge. Yeah, Doge is a weird thing. Doge is pure social value now being pumped by Mark Cuban on top of Elon Musk. So it has that big social power behind it that nothing else has. So, yeah, could Doge go to $1? I'd say probably. It wouldn't surprise me at all. I personally don't invest in it, though. Too risky for my blood. And let's check, actually, the Doge price. Oh my God, it's 30 cents. It was at 34 cents earlier today. All-time high, 74. Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind. If the bull market goes nuts, Doge could go. But you got to look at the tokenomics of Doge. They are horrifying. If you're interested in doing your own research, check that out. And you wonder, wow, why would anybody ever buy this? So let me see. Gustavo. Well, hey, James, what's your vision about Bitcoin ETH as a measurement of wealthy instead of dollars? Any chance that the market will be pricing Satoshis until 2030? So what's going to happen, Gustavo, my vision, they have this concept called a petrodollar, where the price of dollar globally on the market and copper and many other commodities are priced in US dollars. Once that flips to Bitcoin, and I think oil will flip first because of places like Iran using the price of Bitcoin and the ability to receive Bitcoin to get supplies and trade oil. Once that happens, it's game over. Then everything will start being denominated in Bitcoin. That'll be part of the whole hyper-Bitcoinization. And that's where you'd be going and spending 2,000 sats on a coffee or 1,000 sats, not 5,000, which is the price today. That equates to about $2.50. Let me see. Will Ergo have a chance to be in the top 20, even the top 10? There's stuff in the top 10 right now which I never thought would ever get there. So everything is possible in this market. It is crazy. And sometimes things rise not because of fundamentals or value, just because of social boosts. So that's the strange world in which we live. Ghost St. James Patrick. Ghost James St. Patrick. Hey, James, what do you think of selling art as an NFT for payments in Ethereum a good thing? Yeah, I mean, if anybody can get Ethereum for a piece of art, why not? I mean, this is the golden age for creative types, people that make music and film and art, and to be able to sell it and be able to take in a store of value like Ethereum. It's amazing, especially when you see a picture of an ape selling for $160,000. It's like, what? I don't get it myself, but that's just the world we live in. It's a transformational time, and that's why I'm so bullish on it for everybody. Ramesh Handy, 15 million investors from India. Yay, go India. You guys have some of the smartest, hardworking people in the world. And I've been to India more than 20 times, and I love it, and I love Indian food. So this year, $6.6 billion investment this year. Still a lot of penetration left in India. Solana, Matic, yes. And you guys love Polygon, obviously, the Indian team. I think they're based heavily in Bangalore or Mumbai, I can't remember. But yeah, there's so much money. One of the slight problems with India, they're still very attached to the gold culture, but people under 40 don't buy gold. They buy Bitcoin. So well done, Ramesh. Yeah, huge population. So we'll see what's happening. So let me see. So Joe Ramos, is Harmony One a good to invest? No, I hate the tokenomics. So it It might do fine. It might continue to go up and stuff. But if you dig into it, it's not good. Solana price in December. I've covered that a few times, but I think Solana is easily going to $200 and sometimes $250 depending on the model, and all the way up to $750 is also theoretically possible, but not by the end of the year, because I believe the bull market will last longer. I believe there's a lot of pent-up demand, a lot of money still coming in. We are still so early. We're not going to end this bull market like somebody said. A guy called BitBoy said it's ending in October. I would disagree. So, but you decide who you want to listen to and make your trades accordingly. Not investment advice. What are your thoughts on trade stores? Crypto, fantasy, sports, NFT play in India. For cricket, I don't know cricket, but I am very, very interested in the Theta and One combination of video streaming of live sports events in combination with NFTs. That's a killer. So if they can weave in the Theta angle, yeah, I would say it's very good. Gabriella, Ethereum anywhere under 3K, 3,000 or less at this stage is a good price to get into Ethereum. In full disclosure, I got into Ethereum with an average cost price of about $200, so it's easy for me to say, but I'm still buying. Last time I bought Ethereum was $2,400, but now after rethinking some stuff and looking at the whole ecosystem, I would even consider buying some at 3,000. Night in India. Good night, you guys. Yeah, it is. Oh my God, it's 2:40 in the morning. No, it's 2:15 in the morning in India right now. So you guys are up late. So Scoped Enfield. I think that's a scope on a rifle. I'm not sure. There's a great book I read once, basically how the universe is mathematics. And I also read a book of Leonardo da Vinci's, all his narrations and scripts, and a couple of books from Albert Einstein when I was younger, and they were all very influential. But there's one, I can't remember the name. It's a red book. It escapes me. It's on my shelf in there, and it's how everything is tied to mathematics. And that's what I love, and that's what I believe. I believe the universe is driven by mathematics too. From Shannon Pereira, I don't look at DeFi coins, so I can't tell you. End of year price of Bitcoin. Everybody start thinking in terms of end of year. It's end of cycle, and the cycle's elongated. Okay, so wrap your heads around that. Don't think to sell in November because you think it's going to tank in December. We don't know when it's going to end, but odds are it's going to go out to Q1, maybe even summer 2022. So, I see Bitcoin going to 108,000, maybe a little less. Some people are still calling for 220, 288, 400. You know, it's all over the place. We don't really know. There could be a global war that could derail everything. There could be a Grace 1 event. The pandemic could shut everything down. We don't know exactly where this is going. But big thank you for Frazzy as well for saying, smashing the likes. And a quick count here. We have, since I started, about 200 new people. So that's awesome. And thank you all for being here. And I don't even know how long I've been talking. So hopefully, if I need to be quiet, I will go for another 5 minutes and then I will stop. Yeah, everybody's asking about harmony. I've answered that about 2 times. Hey, from Sri Lanka, any thoughts on VThor? We haven't done a deep dive into it, but because of it, the nature of the coin as utility, I don't think it's a good investment. So the Red Book of Mathematical Problems, it could be, no, it had a different name. It'll come to me. I picked it up at an airport about 20 years ago, and it was just incredible. I couldn't put the thing down. I stayed up for a bunch of hours watching it. And Nikola Tesla, he's also a great guy. Rune, yeah, the Thorchain Rune was a good one from Shades of Yoga. I nearly bought it. I had a limit order at $3.01. I missed it by 0.006 of a cent or something like that in the limit order. And it's like $8 or $9. Would have been a very nice 3x. But because of their hacks, it's a bit shaky. So again, I didn't chase. But that was sometimes where I was just too chintzy on the limit orders. The German pension funds from Shabazz Mohammed, they are buying slowly, conservatively, like they do in places like Germany and Switzerland. They move very slow in a very calculated manner. They probably have a lot of meetings to decide about getting in. But believe you me, the money's coming in. And they don't publish it. Pension funds don't publish what they buy. So you'll see. Aziz, hey James, long-time subscriber. Thanks, you get into the good ones. How do you like your coffee? I love cappuccino. You also mentioned 4 different masters. What are they? We're at 4 degrees. So I have my top degree is a master's in finance from Wharton Business School. And I have a bachelor's in banking and finance. I have an associate degree in risk management. And I have another CPC degree in finance and risk and insurance and stuff like that. So that's kind of my background. Now, how I like my coffee. I have a cappuccino maker. I make espresso every day. I drink at least 4 to 8 shots. And I mix it with mushroom powder and some oat milk or sometimes coconut milk. So that was probably the hardest question I had today. Let me see. Do you see Invite as a fast horse or just a long-term play? From Damon. It's a long-term play. I'm very big into personalized medicine, and what they are building and developing is second to none. So it's a very small position for me, but I think next year and 2023 will be very, very good for Invite. So, but they may be acquired before that ever happens. So it's a quick one, but I see it as a $40 stock in the future. Cool. Let me see. Elongated, yes. Chill, man. Any updates on the regs? Yeah, well, the Senate in the US kind of failed. They sent over the law. The House has to unravel it, make it better. I'm not too concerned. And anything they do anyway will not be implemented until the year 2023. So we have a lot of time. So, yeah, don't worry too much about the regulations. I saw it as a buying opportunity, covered a lot of it. It was actually quite amazing to see how political leaders operate and how they're easily bought and how they are clueless. So that was kind of shocking and disappointing. I kind of knew, but to see it up close and analyze how they work was stunning, you know. And then you get some 89-year-old who is months away from retiring, who gets paid by people who make bullets and missiles to derail the whole thing. It makes me sick to my stomach. Those people should be held accountable for doing the right thing for the citizens of a country. Now, I'm going to get off my political soapbox. Let me see if I grab one last question. Hey, James, replacement for Celsius for UK resident looking for a safe place to stake location. Yeah, check out, see if Nexus is available in the UK. That I think I heard it was possible. But if anybody here is in the UK, let me know if Nexo works there. I think it does. And I'm going to go to the bottom and then take a final question. And then I'm going to take a break. Price prediction for BCH in 2021 from Dion Tenvolde. Please, everybody. I'm glad you asked this question. So important. BCH and BSV are fake imitations of Bitcoin. Do not buy them. You can speculate on them, but don't think for a second that you're playing with Bitcoin when you're playing with those things, okay? So everybody, please be careful. Always buy the original and the best, whatever it is. It's like when people try buy one of those fake EV companies and get scammed out of money when they just want to buy a cheaper version of Tesla. There's only one Tesla, so... cool. I'm going to see if there's any one last one. Thank you as well. And thank you all for being part of the community. So happy to have you here and work with you every day. You guys rock. And everybody is so gracious and kind and has no haters. And that means a lot. And we give back and hopefully we can make the world a place. Shades of Yoga. Oh my God, it makes me sick. I can't live in this world. Bora Bora, yes. I don't know what that was for, but... thoughts on SGB charity-focused DAOs? Yeah, that's an interesting one. We're kind of looking at them, but I haven't been able to assess if they can be trusted or not. And there's so many charity organizations that can't actually be trusted, and that's why you need to do a lot of work. But we'll see. Cool. That's a wrap, everybody. Big thank you for all the support. We're now nearly at 200,100 subscribers. So thank you all for the likes and the support. And you'll be hearing from me every day with unbiased, objective, hopefully money-making guidance. Thanks all. Be safe.